Hello, welcome to News English from my radio and television station. Here comes our news today. Preparing for the regular meeting of the Donai Provincial People's Council between 2023, which will be held on July the 6th and the 7th. This week, the Economic and Budget Committee of the Provincial People's Council will hold a meeting to verify draft resolutions to be submitted at the next meeting. Verification of reports and draft resolutions submitted at meetings of the People's Council is one of the tasks of the committees of the People's Council as prescribed by law in order to consider the suitability, constitutionality, and legitimacy consistent and feasible. In July, the Standing Committee of the Provincial People's Council sought the Provincial People's Council committees to study and verify reports and draft resolutions to be submitted to the meeting. In addition, the People's Councils actively participated in the meetings of the Provincial People's Committee, giving comments in the process of developing the draft resolutions, thus creating a high consensus. The verification reports at the meeting all ensure the rigor, the judgments and assessments based on the law are specifically cited and are suitable to the actual situation of the locality, make comparisons to have specific and highly persuasive recommendations. According to a report from the Provincial People's Committee, the per capita income in the province by the end of 2022 is more than $5,700 per year. It is expected that by the end of 2023, the province per capita income will reach more than $6,400 per person per year. Donai's goal by the end of 2025 will raise the province per capita income to about $8,000. Currently, Donai is in the top of the country in terms of people with high per capita income. Donai has set a goal that by 2030, it will become the province with the third largest economy in the country, only after Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi. At the same time, the province will have 3 more cities, namely Nhơn Trạch, Long Thành, and Trảng Bom. Logistics costs account for nearly 70% of the value of goods, making many Vietnamese brothers unable to compete with other countries in the region. Therefore, export activities of enterprises are also affected. This cost is largely affected by road, railway, and wharf infrastructure. According to a report of the Ministry of Transport, in 2022, logistics costs will be 16.8% of GDP, higher than the general average. The Ministry of Transport will closely coordinate with the Ministry of Industry and Trade and relevant ministries to continue focusing on developing transport infrastructure in a synchronous manner, invest in the development of logistics centers and inland ports to promote multimodal transport. Besides, it will continue to review research and propose policies related to prices, transportation fees, and so on to reduce logistical costs. According to Reuters, in comments made yesterday, U.S. President Joe Biden said that U.S.-China relations were on the right track, but according to him, there was no progress during the visit to Beijing of the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Speaking to reporters about Secretary of State Blinken's rare visit to Beijing, President Biden declared, "He did a hell of a job. We're on the right trail here." Asked by reporters whether he felt progress had been made in U.S.-China relations, Biden replied, "I don't feel China and the U.S. have agreed to stabilize the intense rivalry to avoid veering into conflict, but not to make any significant breakthroughs." Biden's statements came after Secretary of State Blinken's meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing, in which she said that China respects the interests of the United States and will not challenge or replace the United States. He also called on the U.S. to have a cooperative attitude with China, expressing his belief that the two sides can overcome their differences to cooperate. After meeting with Xi Jinping, U.S. Secretary of State Blinken left Beijing, concluding a 2-day visit to China. Speaking to the press, Blinken said, There are many issues on which we profoundly, even vehemently, disagree. However, it is the responsibility of both countries to find a solution to stabilize bilateral relations. During Blinken's stay in China, U.S. Chinese officials pledged to continue their dialogue and agreed to arrange for Chinese Foreign Minister Qin Gang's visit to Washington at a time that suits both sides. Regarding the proposal to resume communication channels between the U.S. and China militaries, Foreign Minister Blinken said that China had agreed to resume communication. That's all for the news English for today. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye.